Okay, we're back. This is the third part of the presentation, audiovisual presentation for the revision of the lessons learned in Literature 7 for the second term. This is part of the evaluation or assessment towards the final exams. Okay, so the question 5 is still a part of David. Number 1 is sent to debtor's prison. Who was sent to debtor's prison? When you see this word debt, it is synonymous to recover. Okay, so the answer for number 1 is J. Now, who dies trying to save the life of James Steerforth? It was Ham Peggotty who tried to save him, and apparently he died before before he could save James. And James, since the storm was really getting worse and he was not able to do something, and he was engulfed in huge waves because of the storm at night. Her dog's name is Chip, number 3. And who owns Chip? Dora Spenlow owns Chip. Who marries Mr. Murdstone? It's Clara, the mother of David, Clara Copperfield. Who moves to Australia with her uncle when Emily went back to her trip with James Steerforth in Italy? Uh, Daniel found him on top of the bridge, and they talked and decided to live in Australia to start life anew. Go to Australia and start life anew. The very humble person, according to his mother, is Uriah Heep. He became a well-known author. We all know that is David Copperfield, according to the story. Who marries Barkis? David's nurse, Clara Peggotty. Okay. Betsy Trotwood always relies on his good advice. Who is he? He is Mr. Dick, her longtime partner, who wanted she wanted Copperfield to have a baby girl. It's Aunt Betsy Trotwood. Okay. So this is our extra word. Now for you to be able to check your work, check your answers, we have the next page the answers. You can get back to it anytime you want to. The next story now is about Macbeth, a story of guilt, betrayal, and power. Question 1, it's about the plot. The choices are written in this box, and we have the answer, uh, the gaps filled for you already. You can refer to the answers, and they are self-explanatory based on how we studied Macbeth. And this is the last part, second last part of the plot. Question number 2, encircle only the letter of. We have multiple choices here. Now, first question is, whom does Macbeth defeat in a battle? In battle before even met the witches, the armies of Norway and Ireland. And after this battle, he was appointed general of the army by King Duncan. What do the witches prophesy? Macbeth will be king, and Banquo's children will be kings. What does Lady Macbeth resolve to do? Um, Whatever necessary to help Macbeth become king. What is Lady Macbeth's plan for murdering Duncan? She planned to have Macbeth stab King Duncan in his sleep and plant the bloody evidence on the servants. We have number 6. What eerie vision does Macbeth have before he kills Duncan? He sees bloody dagger floating in front of him. How does Lady Macbeth publicly react to the news of the murder? She says it's horrible and pretends to faint or collapse. Number 8. Does Lady Macbeth think this murder of Banquo and his son are necessary? Actually, she opposes it and threatens to stop Macbeth if he tries. Do the assassins succeed in killing Banquo and Fleance? Okay. They kill Banquo, but Fleance escapes. And how does Macbeth feel about Fleance getting away unharmed? It's fine because he can blame Banquo's murder on Fleance. What does Macbeth see when he enters the banquet? The bloody ghost of Banquo. Why does Macdo go to England? To ask King Edward for aid in fighting Macbeth. What does Macbeth do when he hears Macduff has fled to England? Okay, he orders the murder of Macduff's family. And what does Macduff plan when he hears what happened to his family? A. Revenge on Macbeth. What does Lady Macbeth obsess over as she goes mad? Blood she cannot wash off her hands. In what way is Macduff of no woman born? He was born by cesarean section. Who kills Macbeth and puts his head on a spike? Macduff killed him. Again. Question. Here, you will be given pictures and you're going to label them according to how these scenes are, um, dealt with in the storybook. Here you will find in picture A, like two daggers on the hand of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth holding a cup filled with wine. Okay. Lady Macbeth seemed to be pushing Macbeth to do the plans they discussed, and she will take care of the servants. She will make him drink wine until they get drunk and they will go deep into sleep. Let's see. Lady Macbeth is encouraging Macbeth to go on killing King Duncan. Second picture is about this long letter sent by Macbeth. In the third picture, we have Macbeth as king. Here, okay, as king orders the killing of Macduff's family. In the last picture, Macbeth visits the three witches again and consulted them as to what will happen to him next. And you will see they saw a soldier's head. Okay. Go to the dialogue, name the character who says this. Are you ready? Let's do it now. Two murderers. Watch and listen. The three witches. I can see something. Is it a dagger? Macbeth. No mother's son can hurt you. Okay. Next is, alright, we have them there. Are you a man or are you afraid? It was said by Macduff is going to hurt you. When the tree, who said it? The soldier said. When the trees near your castle begin to walk, there is going to be trouble. The boy with the tree. What? Oh, my family? Dead? It's Macduff. Okay. Can you see into the future? It's Banco, and every man must cut a branch from a tree and carry it in front of him. Malcolm. To help Macbeth, Lady Macbeth gives wine to Duncan's servant. Macbeth first tells his wife about the witches in a long letter. To tell her husband to go to Duncan's room, Lady Macbeth rings a bell. Duncan's servants die in the morning, before or after the murder. After. In her sleep, Lady Macbeth sees what on her hands? Blood When Malcolm's army gets